Hey guys, I haven't made a video in quite a while. I just wanted to give you a quick portfolio update. Um, as some of you may know, my profession is a travel nurse. I would like to be able to do this full time eventually. And if anybody wants to give me some money to let me start my my own hedge fund, I'll be happy to do that. Um, I just need probably $100,000 to start. So if 10 people, trust me with $10,000, and I would be more than happy to start my own hedge fund and start making money for you guys. But it's going to be quite a expense for me out of pocket if I'm just doing it for a couple dollars. I would be paying thousands of dollars out of my pocket, and for little or no value. So it has to be worth it for me to do that. And I've talked to investors over the last 5 years or so, but no one's actually handed me a check or money, and until I have some hard commitments, I'm not really ready to start my own business yet. But anyway, I did rebalance my portfolio recently. I took away a couple things, I added some things. Um, the main one that was down big was BAK. I was down several $1,000s, but I was probably up a couple $1,000s, so it's kind of a wash. Um, Rebalancing when the market was down probably wasn't a good idea. Um, I think this portfolio at one point was 28,000 or so, and it's probably at 26. So maybe I could have timed it better, but basically I got 14 positions now. This is my cost basis. This is the current value. Um, I did a contract a couple months ago, and then I was in between contracts for a couple months. So I basically have not had any money coming in. I did start a new contract, but I won't get paid for 2 weeks, and I also had to basically find another place to stay. So I'm paying for two different apartments right now. Um, so I've put a pause on the investing for a while. Not a while, but I mean just until I can get caught back up and because like I said, I've been out of work for a couple months. But when I do work, I try to save half. I try to invest as much as I can. Um, but anyway, so I got 14 positions now. I basically have 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, and then I got 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So there's really no rhyme or reason. I think these other ones were. Some of these are maybe a little higher risk. Maybe that's why I went 5%. Maybe their dividend income is not as much, but still got Vail, Petrobras, got a waste management company that I don't think it pays a really good dividend, but it's supposed to be get bought out soon. A royalty company that pays royalties from oil and gas. Another oil and gas company. I think this one's in Colombia. This one's in Brazil. Maine is just a monthly payer. It's a U.S. company that has done really well over the last 20 or 30 years. Since I bought it, it's gone up quite substantially. But your dividend yield is based on the point you bought it. So I bought it around 40, and say it's closer to 60 now. Well, I'm still getting the yield at where I bought it at. Some of these other companies, like this Korean Power Company and stuff, I think some of these are just way undervalued. So I think the chances of these are going up. Sue's, I think, is like a paper mill company. These two, of course, are cement. BP to me looked cheap right now, so that's why I bought BP. It also has a good dividend yield. This is a South Korean bank. I really don't like banks very much, but to me it looks very undervalued to me. And I forgot what these two are, but these two, one, two, three, four, five. These five to me are a value play, just a pure value play, or these four. And then I just needed some filler to kind of even it out, and that's why I added Sue's and BP. So yeah, up here, these are 10% of my portfolio for 60%, and then the other 40% is 5% slices. The only downside of M1 Finance and having it set up like percentages, let's just say this company here goes down like 80%. Well, it will keep buying those shares, and maybe I don't want it to keep buying those shares. You know, maybe if it's down that much, maybe I just want to get out and take my losses and get out. So that's the only kind of negative about this, but I mean, we're up, but we're up very, very, very slightly. And this, my old portfolio this value was at 28, I believe, at one point. And I do think BAK will turn around. but it currently does not pay a dividend. And I think with this portfolio, my average dividend yield is somewhere probably around 10%, 10 or 11%, which is really high. And if that comes to fruition, I mean, that's $2,000 or $3,000 a year just in dividends. And not only that, but a lot of these companies, I believe, are way undervalued. And at least these ones I just bought, the financial one, the power plant, and I forgot what these two are. But yeah, I think they will double. So they're just way undervalued, but it might take a while. It might take a while. It might take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I might get tired of waiting and find something better. But I did have another one in there. I think it was another shipping company. I talked about DAC years ago that I messed up on, and at 30x, but I sold way too early. 30x in a year, and my little $5,000 would have turned into 250. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But one of the ones that I thought was undervalued was also a shipping company, and I've already done the shipping thing. Maybe at some point in the future, but I didn't want another shipping company. Well, I don't have any shipping companies right now, but I just didn't want to mess with shipping companies. I like energy right now. As you can see, I got a lot of energy, especially oil and gas. These three right here mainly, and then BP as well. 2 cement companies, a tree company, a bank, electric power, utilities. Utility companies are basically localized monopolies, is what they are basically. They don't have any competitors. They're local monopolies, and by being a local monopoly, they basically have to pay most of their earnings out in dividends to their shareholders. So I just think some of these are way undervalued, and that's why I bought them. And maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but sometime in the future, they'll be worth more than they are today. And while we wait, we can get some dividends. So anyway, I just wanted to update you a little bit. I know I haven't made a financial video here in quite some time, but it's mainly because I've been out of work. I've been between jobs, having to pay bills. And my little $5 a day account is finally over 1,000, but I haven't added anything to it, and it basically gets about $5 a month in dividends. And I only have 2 stocks. I got JEPI and I got Maine, which are both monthly payers. But anyway, thanks for letting me share, guys.